Hello, my name is Mackenzie, and today I'm doing a review of the Hydrate Spark 2 water bottle. Part of this review happened in the past, and part of it's happening now. So I recorded a portion of this about a week or so after I had purchased the bottle. That was in October of 2017, and today it is currently May. Today is May. It's not March. May 26, 2018. So you can see my opinion of the bottle when I first bought it, and 7 months later, after I've had a little bit of experience with it, after I've been able to experience the wear and tear of the bottle. So here is my review from 7 months ago, and when we get to the portion where I talk about the app, we'll pop back into the future because I lost that footage, and you guys need a review of the app. So let's get started. So I bought this water bottle about a week ago. I had looked at a few other ones that I was considering getting, and I just came to the conclusion that this was the one that I wanted to get. Partly because the design is really sleek, which is not a super vital aspect of a water bottle, but it definitely looks really nice. It's not bulky. It looks like just a regular plain Jane water bottle, which is nice because no one's probably gonna steal it. Because it's a $50 water bottle and I really don't want someone to steal it. Speaking of the price, I've had a few people, when I talk to them about it, people who drink Cokes all day and not water, make the comments of like, why would you ever spend that much money on a water bottle? And my thing is that I'm not spending it necessarily solely on a thing that holds water, because although it does hold water, it does a lot more than that. Because the Hydrate bottle is so amazing and it tracks all your water intake for you, as well as gives you an idea about how much water you should be drinking a day. It gives you little motivational notifications and all that jazz. It's really cool. The material on it is really nice. It's kind of matte, and I really like it. Like I said, it's got a really sleek design. You can see the little edges in there. The design only comes with open mouth. There's no straw or anything like that, which I have personally found that drinking out of a water bottle that has a straw actually limits how much water I drink in a day, because I'm taking so much time to try to get it through the straw that when I can just chug this much like that, This I haven't had any problems with the lid. I do, when I drink from it, put my finger back here just to hold it back. That way it's not coming and flopping me in the face or anything. I haven't had it do that, but it just, let's try it. Okay, so it doesn't seem to flop and hit you in the face. Unless you lean all the way back. So it's a pretty good lid. You do have to push down a little hard on it for it to actually snap. I haven't actually ever held it upside down to see how good that is. So that's good. That's nice that I don't have a pile of water in my lap. So it's leak proof. Awesome. I will say, while I was at work one day, I was trying to close the lid, and because I had to push a little hard on it, the water bottle tipped over. And when it did, I don't know what it landed on, but there's a teeny little nick in the, you can see it right there, in the matte material on there, which it's really not that big of a deal. It just I'm just like, my water bottle I just bought. Now I've scratched it. This is really handy. The little string attachment for carrying that it comes with. It's a little weird because this is kind of moldable, and sometimes it just feels a little weird to me, but I like it for the most part. I have, however, sometimes when I'm putting the lid back on, sometimes it kind of dips into the water, and that doesn't always strike me as sanitary because this is what I hold it with. But with it, other than the outside of the water bottle, inside, this is the sensor that tracks your water intake. It has 2 watch batteries in it, and it's supposed to last you for around a year. I've only had it for a week, so I'm not 100% sure on how long that would actually last. But I'll definitely keep an eye on that. It comes with 2 extra batteries. So not only are there the batteries in here that are already in the bottle, it comes with an additional 2 batteries, which I thought was really awesome. The bottle holds 24 ounces of water. And all of the information that is tracked from the sensor is sent to an app. And the way that it tracks it with the sensor is that, from what I have observed, is so basically at the water level, it's tracking where your water level is at, and then it puts it to your app. And one thing I thought at first was that when the day changed over, that it would automatically kind of reset the ideal bottle level to full. And so that if I were to drink, like if it were here and I were to drink a little bit, then it would count it as almost a full bottle of water. That's not true. That the sensor is actually very smart. And if I were to fill the water bottle up only about halfway, it still would not consider this as water that I drank. It would just start the sensor here. Because there is a fill line on the bottle. And to me, it was the way that I thought that it would work is that you had to fill it up to this line and then it would kind of process it down from there. But the sensor is actually really intelligent from what I've noticed. And I'm really appreciative of that. Okay, so let's take a look at the app real quick. So you're going to go into the Hidrate Spark app. And this is what your screen's going to look like. I'll have a little picture of it on the side. We'll give it some space, give it, some room. So you've got your daily intake. Again, my water's dead. My bottle's dead right now. So I have 0 intake, even though I juiced today, so I didn't have any water today yet. I'm so bad. But yeah, so this is your main screen. You see about how much water you need. It is an adjustable app. So, the intake is adjustable. So basically what it does is as you do more exercise that's tracked from your Fitbit app, it syncs with your water. So it knows that you've exerted more energy today. So it knows that you need more water. So this number can actually increase depending on what you do throughout the day, which I think is really cool because it makes sure that you are getting the water that you need. You can set your own personal goal if you want to, or you can just let it decide for you, which I tend to do. It also takes into consideration the altitude. So if you're really high up in the mountains and it knows that like you're going to need more water because you're burning off extra energy, then it's going to take that into consideration as well. So down in the far left, you've got your percentage of your goal. Mine again is currently a 0. If I were to have drank some, it would let me know where I was at. The second section is your bottles to go. I would need to drink 2.5 full bottles before I would reach my goal, which, maybe I'll just go chug it real quick. And it's currently saying I have a 1 out of 7 day rank, which is basically really bad. It means I need to get on it. If you go over here, this shows you for the month what you've done. See, look, I've been trying a little, trying to drink a little bit, but still not doing too well. This is for your day. And if you did have entries here, you could modify them or you could delete them, which I'll show you in a minute. This is where your friends would be. I have no friends, so add me if you want to win because I'm going to lose all the time. Over here, this is your bottle information. It says where your bottle was last synced at. That way, if you were to lose it, say you left it at the gym, then it would say like this is the location that it was last at, which I think is really helpful. It also lets you know that you need to replace your battery soon. It says the name of it. You can add a new bottle or you can shop and things like that. You can go into your settings and you can set reminders, the glow reminder, all that. The glow reminders, they're kind of cool because, it just gives you that quick reminder that you need to drink. You can set it to remind you only when you're behind on your goal, or you can set it to remind you all the time. It just depends on your preference. It's always funny whenever people don't know what kind of bottle you have and it just starts glowing and then they're like, did your bottle just glow at me? And you're like, yeah, it did. It's cool. But you've got your profile, your goals and things like that. Your units connected to apps. That's where you can connect your Fitbit app. And then over here is where you can manually add water. So let's say I drank a bottle, then I would just add it here, like 12 ounces. And then now that changed my percentage and everything. But if I were to come here, I could adjust it or I could delete it. And so that's about all the app does. I think I might be missing a couple of details. Like I said, it has been a little bit since I've really used the app, which you can tell because of my my monthly data. But again, I'm gonna replace the batteries soon, and I'm gonna try to get back into the water game. So we'll see. Wish me luck. So I'll go ahead and show you how it works. So I've got a little bit of water left in here, and this is currently where it stands. And once you drink water, you want to make sure that you set it down on a flat surface. That way the sensor can measure where it is. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get there. And there we go. So I drank 2 ounces just then. I will say the app also is syncable with the Fitbit app, which is really handy. And I have noticed that this one will read like 52, and when I go to Fitbit, it reads 52.5 because the Fitbit one has the like more true measurement. But if I were to just come into my breakdown right here, I would see that it does track like every little bit that I'm drinking, because I drank 2 ounces, like 2.2 ounces. So it's actually tracking that. So it's, it's not rounding everything up just to have it all wrapped up nicely. It rounds it up here. So it's just a really quick display. All right, now that we've seen what Mackenzie from 7 months ago thinks about it, and we've seen what the app can do, I'll give you my thoughts after 7 months of use. I will say my bottle is currently dead. The batteries have died. I think I had changed them once, but I believe I used the batteries that were included. So I can't really say how long those batteries last. They could have been on a shelf for a little while. I don't know. So I need to go to the store and purchase some new batteries, and then we can see how long those last. One thing I'll say, and I mentioned it before, there was one scuff where I had knocked the bottle over, but now there are multiples, which is to be expected. I've had it for a while. There's some wear and tear. I had a friend knock it off of a high shelf while I was at work, which was very upsetting. The internal sensor popped off, but it never broke, which I'm thankful for. However, there is a little rubber band that goes in here that did break, and so it no longer has that snapback. Like when I open it, it just pops open, and if I were to try to drink with it, it would most likely fall back. But I don't necessarily know if that's the bottle's fault, because again, it did fall from a high shelf. And so I can't really attest to how strong that plastic was or anything like that. And it's not like the entire bottle's now broken. It's just a small thing that's gone. So it's something that I've put up with. I don't even really notice it anymore. I still really like the design of the bottle. I like the size of the bottle. It fits into most bag holders. Sometimes I've had a bottle that's too big that won't fit into my backpack. I haven't had any issues with this because it's really slim, which I appreciate. All in all, I still really like this bottle, and I do recommend it if you have the money to spend. The price tag is a little hefty. Sometimes you can get deals on them. They have a really nice color selection that they've added out. And I still do really appreciate the bottle. I still really like it, but I can see that it might not be for everyone. And if you're wanting to just monitor your water by buying a, cheap $10 or $15 water bottle and just make sure that you're recording it, the app is still really good. It integrates well with Fitbit, and my experience with this bottle has been very positive. So if you have any questions about any of the functionality, please just let me know. I will gladly answer any questions. If I think of anything that comes to mind, I'll answer it. But yeah, that is my review on the Hidrate Spark 2 water bottle in the teal color. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.